Hello everyone, my name is Jan and I'm a recent graduate from Humber College. In today's video, I'm going to give you a walkthrough on how Humber official agents can submit their international students applications. Without further ado, let's begin. So here we are at Humber's website, which is humber.ca. First, make sure to change this to international. Then scroll down to the Humber Global section. Click on Apply Now. And you will be redirected to the next page where you'll see some information about the processing time and application fee. Go to the bottom of the page where you'll see two options for application. One is apply now as a new student and the other one is apply now as a current student for a second program. So let's say I'm applying as a new student and I want to apply for the January 2024 intake. This will take me to the application portal. You will have to fill out this application form and I'll go through each and every step here and show you how to do that. So as you can see, we have 8 tabs and we are currently at the first tab, which is personal information. Here you have to put some general information about your student, which will include your student's name, gender, citizenship, address, and all these other things. Now for the status in Canada field, international students usually choose other since they still don't have a status in Canada. However, for students who are already in Canada and have already secured a study permit, you can select the study permit student visa option. Also, for the personal email field, make sure to enter the student's email and not the agent's email. Please be advised that all communications are duplicated with the exception of the first message from IT with student ID and login info for my Humber. Now, I'm going to fill up this form so we can go to the next page. So now I have filled my student's personal information. I'm going to click on Next. And I'll be redirected to the second tab, which is the academic information. In here, you have to select the highest level of education that your student has achieved. So let's say your student has completed high school and he or she is pursuing a degree. In the senior secondary or high school section, I'll click here and I'll select completed. It will ask for the completion date, so let's say your student has completed it on June 2022. The next thing is college. If your student have completed a diploma or he or she is currently in the process of completing the diploma, you can click here and you can select either of these, whichever applies to your student. The same goes for the university. If your student is a university student, or he or she has completed a degree, master, or something like that, click here and choose any of the options that apply to your student. Once you've selected it, you'll have to fill up the necessary details such as the name of the institution, its location, and the start and completion dates. Alright, after this, I'm going to click next to go to the third tab, which is English proficiency. Before I continue, I just want to mention that whatever option you choose here, it will determine the choice of programs that are available for your students in the next tab. If you select I will enroll in Humber's EAP program, you will have a limited choice of programs that you can apply for. But if you select options other than the EAP, then the choice of programs available to your student will be greater. Also, if you select I will attend the Pathway program as your evidence of English or EAP, it will condition the programs available for your selection. Programs available or not available for the conditional offer can be found on the International Program Availability page. Just check the conditional acceptance column. Lastly, for applicants who meet the English requirements by completing their secondary school or university degree in English, you need to select English is my first language. In my case, I will select Submit English Proficiency Test course. But you can select whichever applies to your student. Okay, so now we are in the fourth tab, which is the program choice. Here you have to select the programs that your student wants to apply for. Humber gives you the option to apply for 2 programs, but I just want to mention here that your student's application will be processed for the very first program that they choose. Let's say that your student's first program is 3D modeling. If this program is already closed, or if your student does not meet the requirements for the very first program, then Humber will process the application for the second choice. Now we're here in the Information Release tab. Click on Yes, And because you are a Humber official agent and you are applying on behalf of your student, just click on this plus button and add your agent's information. It is very important that you select your agency name as it shows in your agent agreement by pulling down the list from the drop-down menu. Please avoid typing your agency name because typo mistakes can result in failure to claim commission for your said application. If your agency name is not listed here, then you have to type the information manually in the My Agency is Not Listed tab. On the other hand, if you want to add your student's family or friends information, you can click here and add their information. Please remember that by doing this, your student is authorizing you as agent or contact to act on behalf of them in all the matters concerning their application at Humber. In my case, I'll enter IDP Education Limited as my agent. And fill in my representative's name and email address. If you have an agent agreement with Humber and you have issues finding your agency name list from the drop-down menu, make sure to connect with your regional recruiter. Once this is done, click Next. Okay, so in this section, you have to upload your required documents. I want to mention here that we require scanned copies of the original documents. If your students' documents are in a language other than English, then we'll need an official translation of all your students' documents into English, which must be notarized. If your student is submitting notarized translations, they should also provide scanned copies of their transcripts in their native language as well, which is the original document. Also, if your student is applying for an undergraduate program, for example a diploma program, you need to submit all of their previous academic records, including their high school transcripts, even if they finished university. Lastly, if your student's transcript has a watermark, which is unofficial or a student copy, you need to arrange for the official transcript by mail or email directly to Humber. Please make sure to connect with your regional recruiter. After you have uploaded the documents, click on Next. Now this is the application summary. Here you can go through everything you have filled in, and you can also change any information if necessary. Let's say I want to change my program choice. I'll click on Edit, and it will take me back to the tab that I have selected. Once you have made the necessary changes, click on Next again. And now we are back in the application summary page. Once you're finished reviewing all the information, click on Next. Finally, we are at the Submission tab. Click here to declare that the information that you have supplied is true and complete. After this, select your payment method. If you have a coupon code, click here. Enter your coupon code and click Apply. If you want to pay the regular way, click here. I also want to mention that we only accept MasterCard credit, Visa credit, or Visa debit as the modes of payment. Once you have selected the options that applies to you, click on Next. It will take you to the payments page and you can pay there. And that's it.